Hi, this is Tony Nasca with DovNet Software. Today we're going to be demonstrating the Technician Scheduler. You see it mentioned here. You can actually use the Technician Scheduler for service tickets and for installations. I brought up the application and I'm going to go ahead and bring up the calendar. And here's the calendar, and you notice we have our service tickets sitting on a particular date. One of the capabilities is that you can filter on a particular day for service tickets like so, and if I say relist, click, these are all service tickets. But if I change this to be installations and relist, you see they disappear. The other capability that you can do is you can also list by type of sale, S being service ticket, A being audio visual, fire, nurse call, etc. And you can also group lists by type of technician. So you can have service technicians, install technicians, rental, or maybe inspection technicians, etc. Okay. The next capability that we have, notice when I hover over top of the appointment, it shows up at the bottom there in more detail. So as I move up and down this list, the different appointments show up accordingly. Of course, I can full screen this so it's a little wider information. Now, I know that this isn't very exciting as far as the actual appointments, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up one of our clients' real calendars, and this is what their calendar looks like. And you see, in fact, you can separate it by color, by technician. Also, you can also filter. You notice this is listing by all technicians here. But if I click over here and I select a particular technician like TPS Mobile 2 and do relist, you see it disappears. If I go back to TPS Mobile, they all appear. Or if I go back to all technicians, they all appear. The next capability that's really handy is there's also a technician's timeline. And if we click on this particular tab and we go to the particular date, which was the 5th, you'll notice that they're all laid out along the hours. So this was a 9 o'clock appointment, and if you hit on this plus here, it gives you the actual information like so. Notice there's also, you've got the color, you've got priority, middle priority, and then no priority. The other thing notice about this is this green indicates complete actually, and this is a service call that is not complete. If I do a right click here, I can do an edit, and now I see the full details of this particular work order. Notice there's a send to technician. So these have not been sent to the technician. They're still on the calendar, but not sent to the technician. Okay. Again, I'm going to bring up a different picture of a real calendar, and you see here, this is a real calendar by one of our customers, and you'll notice there's the sent. This is the sent color, and this is the complete color, and then priority and low priority, etc., like so. And I also have another picture by another client, and you see this is how they use the calendar. These have been sent to the technicians. These have not been sent to the technician. The last view I want to show you is an interesting feature that's actually been there for some time since the original capability, and that is the ability to map these out where all these different appointments are. So I can click over here and I can say map it, and the system will pull up Google Map and present that to you on a calendar. You see the system has now mapped these up, and in fact, if you hover over the different dots, you can see the different customers these represent. Fairfax Hospital, this is over in Sterling, Virginia, this is over in Frederick, Maryland, and then we have over here in Owens Mills. All right, now what I'm going to do now is actually demonstrate the use of the calendar. The calendar can be used in an open screen like this, where you can have the calendar open. And in fact, we've got some customers that put the calendar on a different monitor and it just stays up. especially if you're in this particular view and you see that they're completed. The calendar actually refreshes itself on a 15-minute cycle. So as TPS mobile appointments are cleared, these will actually change color automatically from blue to green in this example. You can use the calendar two different ways. You can have the calendar open and drag an appointment to our calendar, and that's what I'm going to do in this particular case. So if I start a service call over here like so, come over here and start a service call, and I'll do a service call like this, and then next, and next. And if I call up, for example, Pennsylvania, that's not too far away. Okay, so we'll double click on this guy and then choose this particular address. We'll say no ship address like so, and complete this service ticket like so. We'll put this into our undispatched service calls, and we'll give it a description service like so. Now, as I said, you can drag this appointment to the calendar if it's open. Now, if the calendar is not open, you can actually go over here to top menu and go ahead and open the calendar, or you can do right-click open on this guy, and it will open it from this guy. So this one opens it, this one drags to it. So we're going to drag from here to our appointment, and we're going to say 8 o'clock in the morning like so. And you see it just started my appointment. Because we were on TPS Mobile as the technician, it assigned the technician. If you were on the month view, then it would actually prompt you for the technician. And then this is where you can set your priority. We can say a high priority, and you've got your date when this is going to fall in. Notice also there's a date range. Now, on the new project screen, you can't schedule for multiple days. But from Edit Project heading section, you can check this box here, and it will actually lay the appointment out on multiple days at the same time. And again, I'm not going to use the send a technician right now. I'm just going to put it on the calendar at this time. Now there's a conflict. It actually sees that this is a slight conflict in this appointment. This must be at a little, actually it's probably at 8:30. So, but I'm going to go ahead and, well, we could actually just change the calendar, go back a little bit, and we'll say 7:30 like so, and that should have, that's still a conflict, so we'll just say 7 o'clock. Oh, it dropped it in there. Okay. Now, you can actually slide these appointments like so, and you'll notice the time is adjusting as you are setting this up like that. Okay? And then you're done. You can go ahead and close your calendar out, or you can go ahead and complete this project. And I'm just going to go ahead and make project and cancel this out. And then I'm not going to send it to the technician right now. I'm just going to go ahead and close the screen out like so. Okay. Now, from here, I can move this around. I can change technician. So if I want to change technician, I can go ahead and hit edit, and I can go ahead and say TPS Mobile 2 like this and hit save, and you see it bounced up like that. Now you can't drag it down. Unfortunately, you have to do the edit to make it go to the first technician, to a different technician. One other point to make here is when you're ready to send this out, you can go ahead and use the send button and send it to the technician like so. So if I come over here to this guy and I say send to technician, hit the save button like so, it lays it on the appointment. Now you notice a new button that just appeared right here. You use this button right here, and this is what actually pushes it out to the technician. Also note that there is a calendar on TPS Mobile, and so the technician can actually see their appointments even before they go out. So if we bring up TPS Mobile like this and hit the calendar, and you see this is today's date, so it's listing out all the appointments. If I switch to a different date, then it would list out no appointment because there are no appointments on there. So this is our little calendar that technicians can actually see as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit send, like so, and it goes ahead and sends the technician a message. You see it's messaging right there, okay? And my cell phone's going to chime in a few minutes, indicating that we have an appointment. And I can go ahead and bring up TPS Mobile now. And there's the message that was chimed out. Come over here to this guy and look at work order. And here's the new work order that I just added, and you notice it shows the priority of this particular service ticket. I'm going to pause the tape and close out this work order, and then you'll see what happens back on the calendar. So I completed the service ticket on TPS Mobile. Of course, there are separate demos for that. And if I hit relist, like so, you notice it changed color from that gray to green, indicating it's been cleaned. The last capability that we just added was this mapping capability. And now that we've got that fourth appointment right there, I can click on this guy, and he shows all the appointments. Of course, this is out in Allentown, Pennsylvania, whereas the other appointments were sitting there on this particular screen. All right, that is the Technician Scheduler. Thank you much for your time. Have a great day. Bye.